Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with a very interesting video that Wizards just put out. So if you guys recall, we had a discussion about Elspeth's death, and Wizards has decided that, yes, they might have put it out there that in the books it's maybe a little implied, a little bit vague, it maybe isn't dead, is dead, not 100% sure. We were pretty sure she was dead, and Wizards just confirmed it for us. We have a video, and we'll do a pause frame discussion of it. You guys can, of course, go check it out. Put the link in the description. You can watch the whole thing. It's really a block reel where they have all three trailers in a row, very nicely produced, of course, and then this little bit at the end that I think is rather interesting. So let's check it out. So we have here at the very beginning, we have this blurred image. This really kind of looks to me a bit of Xenagos, to be honest, kind of this blurry image. It could be anything really, but it really looks like Xenagos, and then there's this flash of white. It could be Heliod though, because realize the last person she spoke with was Heliod, and he has horn things too, so it could very well be Heliod, and then we see a flash of white light, and then it fades in on something or another. Again, it's kind of the horns, maybe it's Heliod. It's a little hard to see and to tell what that is, but here we go. We have, before we go any further, here we have Ajani holding Elspeth's empty robe, it looks like. So it's kind of sad, empty robe, but then we hear ominous music, and we drop down into, by Athreos's little river. So we zoom along, going into this tunnel, and here we have these faced or masked people standing around. It's hard to tell who exactly they are, but look like they're waiting on somebody or another. And then we see this glimmer, this flash. It looks a bit like Godsend. It could be wrong. Let's take a look. Looks like a spear to me, or the end of a spear. It looks a bit like Godsend, no? I think so. And then we see it goes up, 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 up into this mask. And, okay. So before that, let's go to that final image. Right before that happened. So here we go, we got this mask. So it's very Erebos feeling. And remember, Erebos wants this prize. And then we have these two lights here from her, Elspeth's sword thing. And then they light up. Right here at the end. There we go. She lights up. This pretty much tells us that Elspeth is quote-unquote alive. But is she really alive? Is the question that we're left with here, because, to be honest, it's very vague. She might not literally be dead, meaning gone forever, never coming back, because as we know, both in actual Greek-Roman mythology and in the Theros world, when you die, so to speak, you go on Theros, you go to the underworld, so you're not really dead. And it makes you wonder if someone like Hercules, who escaped the underworld, or Odysseus, who managed these heroes who managed to climb out of, so to speak, the underworld and escape death, or travel down to the underworld and come back, if Elspeth will have that option in the future. We don't see Elspeth at all, and it's kind of weird that we have these glowing here in this statue thing. But speculating-wise, it could very well be that, in my opinion, based on the trailer, that Elspeth is alive, or dead. She's in Hades, she's in Erebos' realm, which is the equivalent of Hades in Theros universe. Which means that in all likelihood it is quite possible as a planeswalker she could escape. Of course, Heliod doesn't want her to escape. The whole problem he had with her was that she knew more than him, and he would never want her out there if possible. But this pretty much means Elspeth could come back someday. And if anything, if Elspeth would die, I would personally have wanted to see her dying at fighting Phyrexians, because that seems to be her overarching calling, that she's rejecting all these heroic things but has to do these hero things. And I think coming back would be interesting if she ends up dying eventually, if it's involved in a Phyrexian conflict, not the way that she died with Heliod. So then we flash out, and I'm pretty sure that's the end. Wizards, Godsend. Okay, and it's interesting they end with that, Godsend, because we saw Godsend lying on the floor. So this is all really interesting. I'll put it down in the description. If you guys have any additional thoughts about this trailer, you noticed anything or have any input that I missed, feel free to put it down below in the comment section. I love talking about this kind of stuff and speculating on it. And if you enjoyed the video, tap the like button. If you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe for more spoilers, speculation, all sorts of Magic Gathering goodness coming to you real soon. Roxbox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.